Hello everybody, there has been a lot of recent talk about silver. Will it soar or will it crash? Well, we have to look at the charts by not getting emotional, just with a very objective mind. Let's have a look here. This is the monthly, this is the weekly, this is the daily, and this is the 4 hour. What we see here is that price just broke an important level. This is the stop run level, which is some resistance, but if broken, it should give us a push higher. In order to break that level, well, we need some bullish power. Well, what we see here on the daily, we have two bullish S1 patterns, one right after the other, and that means double pressure, double energy that is needed to break through this level that then creates a stop run move. Well, let's have a look now in a little bit more detail as well to talk about the targets. Well, let's have a first look at the monthly chart. Let's bring that up. What we see here is this is a pattern on a monthly chart, a multi-year S1 pattern, and the entry, the long-term entry signal, was back here in March 2020. That was the Corona panic spike low that actually generated a bullish signal, and it worked really nicely. It has been at $14. Currently, we're at $60. Is that a surprise? No, because the pattern was actually projecting a target out that was even higher than today's prices. The target is above the consolidation high here, is at the 70, between the 70 and the $100 per ounce. So there's still room to go. When we break a consolidation high, this is the high from 2011. When we break a consolidation high, this is an important stop run level, and we should get a technical move, right? A technical acceleration to the upside. We haven't seen it yet. It could bring us close to the $70 level. That's our target area. Plus of this pattern, the target that gets projected out, and we knew it back then, that was still our target, is somewhere around the $70 level. We had more patterns which are not that important right now, but let's have a look now. Well, let's have a look now. Let's go back to the chart and have a look at this dark gray line, because this is a very important line too. It goes back to 1982. Some of you might remember, this is when the Hunt brothers cornered the silver market, and that was a very important high. Well, interesting how the 2011 high went up right to that level, tested it and got rejected, formed a consolidation pattern with a lot of energy, and with that energy now, well, the bulls can actually break this level. That includes this level. This is a cluster level of two super important stop run levels, and if such a level breaks, well, it needs a little bit of power to do it, but if such a level breaks, we get a move easily to the 70 or $100 target area. Well, let's have a look now at these lower time frames. Let's have a look at the daily chart. Here we've got the two patterns, and these two patterns is double pressure. They can actually be seen as one pattern, and that projects out a target, well, again, into the $70 level. So the $70 seems to be a sweet spot. Doesn't mean that we're getting there immediately. I'm actually expecting now a pullback back to the 21, for example, to back to around the $50-$55, but then that sweet spot target is the $70. Well, let's have a look now at the 4-hour chart, because the 4-hour chart is the most interesting chart. Here we've got the two patterns. These are two 40-minute bullish S1 gecko patterns that have nicely triggered, and they're running their course. As long as this low is not broken, we are in bullish territory. Price can even come back and test the base or the 200 moving average. So with the $70 being the sweet spot target, the $100 psychological big number actually acts as a magnet, so price can easily slip through to the 100. If you think of an outer target, well, we have to look at the quarterly chart, which is what we see here. And back here we had another pattern, another bullish pattern, and this pattern that triggered in 1993, around 93, actually gives us a target. It's a quarterly pattern, gives us a target of 200. So somewhere in between here, I wouldn't be surprised that silver goes and tests the 100, and then towards the super cycle trends, once they end in about 10 years, we might actually see prices of 200. As you might remember, super cycle trend the final target for silver is around the $200 per ounce. So we're not done yet. I don't think whether we're going to crash. We have just started to put in a big exhaustion move because we are breaking this important cluster level. So now it's time to see whether that develops into a big move, and I think it will.